Hey guys, this is Chris with TalkingThroughTheMovies.com. I wanted to give a quick little review of the movie Trainwreck. I just saw it. I saw it last night, and there's a couple of issues that I have. I'm just gonna get it out of the way because there's a scene that I just, and a spoiler alert, but there's a scene that I just cannot unsee, and it's totally kind of pissing me off, and I just couldn't function, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't really think. It was just totally funny and it was throwing me off at the same time. This, of course, is being surprised by a John Cena sex scene that I didn't need to see that. Chris didn't need that. No, not even a little bit. Chris did not need that. And yeah, it was very funny and very confusing. Um, a lot of people don't know when I worked overseas in Iraq, I met John Cena. I mean, I really got to know him. I met him, and him and Vince McMahon. They were. I worked for the under the military under a company called Halliburton and KBR. I was in a department called Morale, Welfare, and Recreation. The WWE bringing tribute to the troops came to the base that I was at. That was the last time that they performed in Iraq. And oh man, I'm just minding my own business. I'm in my office. I'm just working. I'm inside the gym, and in my office is working. And then next thing you know, who comes by? Vince McMahon, John Cena. They were looking for the main gym to work out in. I help them out one on one, some pictures, some talking, and all that stuff. Got to meet some good guys, you know that. And you know, I know John's been in these situations on stage. He's getting booed, he's getting cheered. It's kind of his ups and his downs. Now he's getting back into his movie thing. You know, he's trying to see if he can relaunch that career, that side of his career again. Maybe he's found his niche with this comedy stuff because boy, he is funny. He can be funny. He's more, to me, he's funnier than he is an action star. So he's got something going. But you know what? I didn't need to see that sex scene, man. I just didn't need to see this. I mean, I can't. Won't be able to look at you in the eye. I mean, let's talk about the other movie you're about to come out with Tina Fey. It looks funny too. I mean, this the whole uh, that whole sex joke when he said my safe word is keep going. I mean, that was freaking hilarious. I knew he was dating the star of the movie, Amy Schumer. I didn't think I was gonna see John Cena's, you know, just butt cheeks, just all over my homegirl Amy like that. That was very unsettling. The towel scene. Well, you know what? Now, that episode of Total Divas makes a lot of sense. You got he's dating Nikki Bella, and she's uncomfortable with what she read in the script and what he would have to do in these movies that he already agreed and signed to. And yeah, Nikki, you need to put a damn leash on your boy because I didn't need to see it. Not only is this dude big and strong, he's rich, he's handsome, he's got fame, and the dude gonna make a scene walking around bucky naked with a towel covering his junk with the towel, no hands. Think about it. Damn, look like I mean, I ain't trying to. I'm not. I wasn't, man. I couldn't look away. I mean, I'm glad this movie was not in 3D, man, because it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh man, I have to edit that out. Damn, look like a damn beach towel. I'm like, really? All the muscles, all that damn money, all that fame, and got a beach towel? Oh man, that was ridiculous. So yeah, so that threw me off. That scene lasted too long. Now let me get into the movie now, cause I want to. That's the last I'm gonna talk about that, and I ain't never talking about it again with anybody. I'm recording. You got me on record, giving you my thoughts about that scene. It's over. I'll never mention it again. It never happened. I'm gonna edit that out. So anyway, rest of the movie was awesome though. It was funny as hell. I mean, Amy Schumer. I mean, on her first try out. She knocked it out the park. $30 million on your first movie. I mean, there's really nobody in this movie who's really a household name yet. You know, this isn't. There's no Johnny Depp or anything. Anything's happening in this movie. No, this is just these. It's pretty much a whole Saturday Night Live movie. Pretty much the whole damn roster was there from the past and present. Uh, I mean the very recent past, though, people who just left were in this movie, and I'm not gonna try to run down or even pretend like I remember any of these people's names. I don't. But I wonder if Amy Schumer auditioned for Saturday Night Live because she seems to be very close with all these people. I mean, the whole damn team was in there. Um, you had an In Touch with His Feminine Side, LeBron James. Amy plays this, like the movie is titled, the train wreck of a woman who just doesn't believe in monogamy. She's pretty much the thing that was unique to me about this movie. I mean, it did follows the basic romantic comedy, plot lines. The player meets the player meets the nice person, and they like each other. They don't really kind of start off like hot and heavy yet, but then they just can't stay away from each other. They fall in love, they break up, they make up, and all that stuff. Basic stuff like that. But the unique thing about this is it's not only was Amy's character like the reverse, like you usually have the playboy, I don't nobody's gonna tie me down kind of character, and that was played by Amy. And then the boyfriend, I'm not even gonna try to remember his name. He was playing the nice all around guy who was the innocent one, the doctor. Had everything going for him. And pretty much, really, these people don't really belong together. But I mean, hey, you find somebody you love, you make it work. But it seemed like not only did the star have this little role reversal kind of thing, all the men in this movie had that going on. Every male in this movie was playing like a female, kind of a stereotypical female kind of a thing from the way movies were written, and of the generic romantic comedy rom-com. The men, like, you had LeBron James, pretty much, like I said, in touch with his feminist side. I'm not gonna be the only one in that locker room that didn't see Downton Abbey or whatever that show is called. That whole locker room. Really? And then and the women in this movie, I mean, they're doing these dirty jokes. They just do not care. They are the wildest ones. I mean, they're players. They're raw. I mean, one of the comedians who's a semi-regular on Amy's show is like, I once let my brother and his my husband and his brother tag team me on Christmas, and it was awesome. And I'm like, I knew she was gonna say something crazy like that, man. So I'm like, this whole movie kind of felt like a one giant Amy Schumer episode, which, if you're a fan of Amy Schumer, was not a bad thing. If you don't know Amy Schumer, it's not a bad thing because it still made a good movie. They threw some curveballs in there. There was a lot of big laughs. The whole audience was pretty quiet through the whole thing because you're really just trying to hear what the heck is going on and absorb this craziness, this funniness, this the romantic stuff, it was all the way around. I mean, everybody seemed to have good chemistry. Even LeBron James, even though he wasn't not a good actor at all. I mean, for a basketball player who was not an actor, even he was, kind of watchable. Even though it was kind of gut wrenching a little bit to try to see him try to act. Um, even he kind of held his own. The only thing that kind of threw me off about LeBron James, I don't know if anybody else noticed this. You notice that boy had, Hollywood really touched him up. I need to go down there and find his makeup artist because he gave him a little bit more on the top, man. That stuff was sprayed in. That was some John Travolta stuff right there. So that was kind of throwing me off, man. I was like, hey, where your sweatband at? Because you usually hide that receding hairline. Now it's all deep. You look like you the villain from the first Punisher movie, or the second Punisher movie, really, with John Travolta. I mean, that stuff was sprayed on thick. It was like, Anyway, so overall, I enjoyed the film. It was funny. It kept my attention. It kept me laughing. Amy Schumer never fails. She is now. Hopefully, this is gonna be legit. She's a movie star. I hope she makes more. I hope she comes up with some new ones. She might be the new what was that? The 40-year virgin, Stewart, not Stewart. What's his name? Seth Rogen. She might be the new Seth Rogen for all we know, and I hope so. I hope she's gonna fill that void. The women are coming up. Let's see this happen. I hope she can make it happen for the women in Hollywood. Other than that, must see film. Go check it out. Let's keep talking. Subscribe, submit, comment. Let me know what you think. And as always, peace.